Hi, and welcome to 2-Minute Topics. Today's topic is the first episode of our 6-part series on warehouse processes. Did you know that warehouses serve different purposes depending on how your supply chain network is structured? Well, before we get into the processes that comprise warehouses, we're kicking things off with an overview of warehousing itself. So let's get after it. Your 2 minutes starts now. As the business landscape has changed, distribution networks have evolved with it. Order cycle times are now expected to be faster, direct-to-consumer business has increased, and the lines that once separated manufacturing, warehousing, and distribution are now gray areas. These changes in how supply chains are structured have actually resulted in the use of many types of warehouses within one supply chain operation. And the reason for this is because warehouses serve different purposes and are positioned at different points in the supply chain based upon their purpose. Overall, warehouses are used to store, manage, and distribute goods. And as you'd expect, warehousing is connected to every other aspect of a supply chain. Playing a part in inventory management, fulfillment of customer orders, and even transportation, various warehousing and distribution solutions can act as a competitive advantage. Depending on the role of the warehouse can determine the exact processes that will be utilized, but most have the standard processes of receiving, storage, picking and packing, inventory management, shipping prep, and returns. But what are the common roles of a warehouse within a supply chain? Well, number 1, storage. Warehouses may act as a buffer to hold inventory between different points within the supply chain. This can be for raw materials pending manufacturing, finished goods replenishing distribution centers, or general storage until the product is needed. Number 2, cross-docking and/or consolidation. Some warehouses act as a cross-dock or transload operation where freight arrives and is transferred to another mode of freight or a different carrier with minimal holding or storage. In these operations, freight can also be consolidated from various points to make a final delivery. And number 3, distribution. Warehouses can act as a combination of storage and consolidation as a distribution hub. In these operations, freight arrives to be held until a customer places an order for a certain quantity. It's important to keep in mind that some warehouses can act as all 3 roles, so these do not operate in isolation. But the use of the warehouse will be dependent on the infrastructure of your supply chain, the products you're moving, your customer base, and your strategy around distribution. Stay tuned for the next episode where we'll start breaking down the types of warehouse processes, starting with receiving and inspection.